So I hope you guys can hear the music. For some reason, it's strange. There's like two separate Zooms, and there's quite a few of you on one, and not many. So, anyways, it's okay. Okay. So just let me know in the chat. In the first couple minutes, if the music is either too loud and you can't hear me, or you can't hear the music and I'm super loud, or anything, I can make little adjustments as needed. Yeah, it's very interesting. There's two things. But anyways, we have about 12 of you on here, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so come on up onto your Whew. You guys are in Santa Cruz like us today. It's so hot. It's so hot. It's so incredibly warm. I hope you guys can find a cool space. Maybe you have a fan blowing on you. We don't have a fan right now because we want you to be able to hear us. But we have a fire going, and it's good. It's cool. Ish. All right, you guys, go ahead and give me a couple big shoulder rolls up. So don't worry, we're going to be on our feet just for a little bit of time, and then we're going to make our way down to the mat. So big shoulder rolls up, back down, up, back down. And I want you to check in with your body right here. If there's anywhere you're feeling extra tension, I want you to focus on that tonight. Okay, go ahead and roll your shoulders the opposite way, from the back, bring them forward. Up and around. Ooh, I'm feeling some shoulder pump. Are you hearing that? My shoulders are popping. Woo! Okay. And just kind of shake out the body, shake it out, and go ahead and shrug your shoulders up into your ears. Shrug them, shrug them, shrug them, and then loose. Up and down. Do it again. Shrug, up, 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 and down. Good. I want you to do that one more time. Bring them all the way up, 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 and down. Okay, we're going to start tonight with some neck rolls, but we're not going to go behind the head. We're going to go from the ear down in front up to the other ear. All right, so at your own pace, just give me some big neck rolls. All right, I want you to focus on pressing the shoulders down while you're doing this. I want you to feel the muscles lengthening in your neck. Okay, just a couple more here. Last one. And I want you to bring it up to center. And I want you to look left. And then look right. One more time each way. Look left. Look right. Then just nod your head a couple times. Up and down. Up and down. Okay, good. Okay, so right here we're going to do a little bit of our chest. So I want you to go ahead and grab your hands behind your back. Okay, loop them around. Just, grab hold. And I want you to open up your chest muscles by squeezing those shoulder blades together. Just let your core go right here, okay? Let your core go. If you're not feeling this a lot, you have an option to lift the arms up away from the body a little bit. That's going to intensify the stretch. I am not quite there tonight. One more huge deep breath. Fill up your lungs, stretch out your chest. And as you exhale, release the arms. Okay, guys. So now one stretch that I just feel gets a little more while we're standing, as opposed to laying down or down on the mat, is our hamstrings. So I want you to go ahead and either just find your balance right here and bring up one heel to that glute, or you can go ahead and grab onto something. Maybe it's your bed, maybe it's a chair, maybe it's a wall. Line your knees, so making sure one's not in front of or way behind the other. Square your hips off to the front. Pull yourself nice and tall. Make sure you're not sinking into the standing hip. So we don't want to like sink into the standing hip. Pull yourself up nice and tall. And I want you to feel that stretch in the front of the leg. If you need a deeper stretch, push your foot into your hand a little bit. But really be careful of that knee, that you're not feeling any tension. Go ahead and hold this for another 2 big, full, deep breaths. Okay, whatever foot you're holding on to, I want you to release it and cross that same foot behind your other foot. We're going to stretch out our IT band here, okay? So stretching that foot behind. And then that same arm of the foot that's behind you, it's going to cross up and over. Up and over right here. Stretching out our IT band, okay? So I want you to feel the stretch all the way from that elbow down the side of the body, all the way down to that ankle. Okay, you can kind of use the opposite hand to push your hips out to the side. So you're curving your body. All the while trying to take the biggest, fullest, deepest breaths you can. And relaxing into that stretch. That was up overhead, sweep it gently across the front of your body, and go ahead and put some nice tension on that arm, okay? Pull it across, and this arm that's getting pulled, it's loose. It's totally relaxed. The arm that you're using to pull in front is, you got a lot of tension on this arm, okay? I want you to really pull across, so you're not only feeling this in the arm, you're feeling it in your pelvis. And release into it. Drop the shoulders. Drop any tension out that you are feeling. Good. Give me 2 more big deep breaths here. We are going to take that opposite leg. Either find something to hold on to, or if you can find your balance, fantastic. Go ahead and grab that opposite heel and bring it up into that glute. So remember, 2 key things. Square your hips to the front and line your knees. We don't want that knee way in front of the body or way behind the body. And we want it right in line with the other knee. Feeling that intensity in the stretch right in the front of the leg. And remember, to get a deeper stretch, you can press the foot into the hamstring. sleep. Focus on relaxing the muscle that you're stretching. And that's going to allow you to get deeper. Two more full breaths all the way in, all the way out, all the way down. Okay, the foot that's up, cross it behind the other foot. And we're going to stretch that IT. Okay, so if it's your right leg that's coming back, it's also your right arm that's coming over. If it's your left leg that's crossed behind, it's your left arm coming up and over. Use that opposite hand to push the hips out for a little deeper stretch here. Keep your chest forward or slightly up. We don't want the chest reaching down, okay? Up and open. Try not to fight the stretch here in that oblique, that side, okay? Big deep breath and release your tension. And slowly release out the arm that was on top. Cross it in front of your body. And with the opposite arm, I want you to pull right near that elbow. Relax the arm that is coming in front. Okay, just relax it. You're not holding it up and tensing it. You're relaxing it. And this arm is doing the work, pulling it across. When I really relax, I can feel it all the way through my shoulder blade. Try not to bring the shoulder up into the ear. Drop it down if you find yourself doing that. And just breathe deep. Two more big deep breaths. With every breath, try to bring that stretch a tiny bit farther. Good, and slowly come on out of that stretch and just kind of shake that upper body out. Okay, we should feel nice and loose in that upper body. And we're going to go ahead and come down onto the mat to start some of our leg stretching. A spot that we always tend to feel a little more need for a stretch. Well, at least me. Okay. All right, go ahead and just shake those legs out in front of your body. Just shake them out, shake them out, shake them out. Okay? I want you to go ahead with a nice straight spine. We're sitting up nice and straight. I want you to just lean forward and grab onto wherever you can. Okay? What I want you to avoid is the big rounding of the spine to get farther. I want you to straighten up that back and reach as far down as you can. Okay? Maybe you're grabbing your thighs, maybe the calves. Maybe you can reach those toes. Maybe you can reach past. We're all at different spots, okay? What I want you to do is find the intensity, that spot just before pain, just before. And I want you to relax into that stretch, okay? With every breath, I want you to go a tiny bit deeper into it, okay? We're going to hold this for about 45 seconds, okay? Focusing the entire time on your breath. go a little bit deeper. Big deep breath. Give me about 10 more seconds here. Slowly bring your body up and out of that. Okay. I turn off the fire because yeah, it's warm. So get close to it. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and take both of our legs and straddle them out as far as we can. Alright. There you go. Kind of from here. Okay, so taking those legs out as far as we can, I want you to go ahead and flex your feet. Okay, so pull up those toes up toward your body. And I want you to either reach forward, or if you're like me and we're not quite there yet, where we can just use our body coming forward. I can't quite get my legs far enough that I can just lean forward and find that intensity. I have to grab underneath my calf muscles and pull. Okay? Or you can press behind your body and roll those hips forward. Where I want you to feel the intensity is in the top half of your legs on those inner thighs, okay? So find that spot, really release into it. Remember, if you find yourself at that point where you're not feeling the intensity anymore, one leg, pull it out a little farther, and then reach into it. You find yourself taking half or quarter breaths, really focus on taking those full belly breaths all the way in and releasing all the way out. Go ahead and give me 2 more deep breaths. And last one. Okay, so go ahead and tuck one leg in. Okay, bring that foot to the opposite thigh right here. Okay? So first, what I want you to do is go ahead and square your body off to your foot. So try to square your hips toward the foot that's extended, if that makes sense. Okay? Reach that hand down right toward that leg. Again, trying to have that straight spine. Okay, it's not about how far we can get our head down with a rounded spine. It's about how far we can come, leading with our chest. So go ahead and grab where you can. Maybe it's on the calf. Maybe it's the toes. Maybe you can grab all the way down around your ankle. Who knows? Wherever you're at, reach from there. And maybe a couple big deep breaths. About 3 deep breaths here. Out of that stretch. We've been doing this one a lot lately, so you guys should be familiar. Square yourself to the front now. Okay, so the hips are going to kind of turn toward the front. That leg is still out to the side. Taking that opposite arm up across the body, reaching toward that foot. So at some point, when we're super flexible, we're going to be able to take that arm all the way and grab that opposite foot. That's our goal. One of these days, it's gonna happen. We're about, well, I'm about 2 feet away. Emily's about 1.5 feet. So I want you to feel the intensity in that oblique, okay? Right here in that opposite oblique. Just relaxing the body, pulling the chest to look up toward that ceiling. Making sure you can make full breaths right here. Getting that air all the way down at the bottom of your lungs. Last one, all the way in. Exhale, and come on up, out of that stretch. Okay, now let's go ahead and tuck the opposite leg in and straighten our other leg outside. Great, team. So we are bringing that foot right toward the thigh. Okay. First, we're going to go ahead and turn toward our foot. So Emily's hips are going to square off. She's going to kind of shift her glutes, and she's facing with everything, her chest, her hips, toward that leg in the front. And she's going to reach forward and grab her calf, or possibly grab onto her toes. And with a nice straight spine, we're going to lead toward that thigh with our chest. It's not our face, our chest. If you feel yourself tensing or fighting that stretch, please pull up out of it a little bit. Relax the body and come back down into it. When we fight to stretch, it's really not helping us, it's not working for us. Being able to relax the muscle, that's what's going to improve our flexibility. Two more deep breaths. Up out of that stretch, go ahead and square your hips to the front. Right? So your chest is facing the front. Your hips are squaring off to the front. You have headlights on your hips. They're shining forward now, not toward that foot. Go ahead and take that arm up and reach over the body toward that nice flex. Chest is lifting toward the ceiling. It's kind of straight and up toward the ceiling in the stretch, but definitely not facing down toward our leg. Arm up and over, reaching for those toes. Feeling an intensity in your oblique right here. Trying to go a tiny bit lower with every single release of your breath. One more breath. And come up on out of that stretch. Woo, my oblique. Okay, team. Go ahead and pull those legs and just shake them out in front of your body. Shake, 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 shake. All right, we are going to get into the hips and the glutes right here. So we're going to start with the, well, it's kind of hips and glutes. So I want you to go ahead and take one leg in front of your body, and you're going to bring it to a 90-degree angle in front of you. Okay? You're going to give a nice flex to that foot. Yeah, you're this way and I'll turn that way. Okay. The leg in the back is at a soft 90-degree angle. You are feeling no tension on this knee right here. Okay. It's all about the front leg. And I want you to bring the middle of your chest right down to that knee. So a lot of times we take the middle of the chest to the middle of the calf. Take it down to that knee. And just sink into this stretch. With every single release of your breath, I want you to feel a release of tension. Okay? And then maybe go a little deeper. And then release a little bit more. That's your gain in flexibility that you're going to feel. Give me one more deep breath here. And I always say, that is the stretch I could stay in for like forever, right? Forever. Okay. In this same type of position, I want you to come up onto your back knee, keeping the front leg in front. And I want you to take a big stride forward with that front foot. Okay? Big stride forward with that front foot. Keeping the knee right in line over that ankle. If you find it really far back, step it forward. If you find your foot out way too far, bring it back so that it's right on top of that ankle. Okay? Focus on that back hip. Think about driving a line straight down into that mat with that hip. If this is hard on your back knee, two options. One, put a pillow underneath it. Two, to come up off of that back knee into a deep lunge right here and kind of hold a wall if you can. Okay? So I don't want you to feel any pain in that knee joint. If you are, grab a pillow or come up onto that back foot. But really shift your hips forward and think about that bone right here and we drive down. This is so good for those of us that sit a lot during the day, which she is sitting a lot during the day now with virtual school. One more deep breath. Out with that. I want you to go ahead and straighten that knee, that leg in the front. Pop your toes up off of the ground. Two options here. Okay, you can put your hands on your hips and hinge forward here for a hamstring stretch. If you're feeling unsteady, go ahead and sit back onto that leg and bring the leg forward. Okay? Where I want you to feel this is in the hamstring, that front foot. I'm going to go ahead and show the option being hinging forward, stretching out that hamstring and calf. Bringing my chest down to that leg. And not tensing the muscle. That's the key. Relaxing the muscle. slowly out of that stretch. Okay. Whew. Leg. All right, I want you to go ahead and put the opposite leg forward. The leg that was just in the back, it's going to come forward to a 90-degree angle in front of your body. Okay? Back leg, like I said, it's just nice and soft. There's no tension on that knee. I should have said before, you do have the option, if you're not feeling the stretch, when you bring your chest down to the middle of your knee, you can straighten out that back leg. Kind of roll up onto your hips a little bit more. Okay, so Emily's coming into more of a pigeon pose right here. Straightens back leg, hips shifted up, chest is still over the knee. Okay, feeling the stretch in your front glute. That's the key. Good. Are you with me? 90-degree angle, both legs, chest down to the knee. Remember, we're not trying to impress anybody here with these stretches. We're legitimately trying to gain flexibility, okay? So I am by no means trying to look like I can go farther than I can or go more intense than I should right now. Because one, I don't want to hurt myself and delay my journey to flexibility. And I don't want, there's no reason to attempt to go farther than I should or round my back and make it look like I can go farther than I can. Because this is my own journey, and that's why I started this, okay? Take your big deep breaths while I'm kind of just rambling here. Bringing that chest down to the knee. Okay, so this is our own individual journey, you guys. And I really want you to be in your own space and focusing on your flexibility here. Nobody else's, okay? Kind of one of the nice things about, I'm extraordinarily unflexible. And sometimes if you have an instructor that's really flexible, you're like, just fall into the split. It can be really unmotivating. So I'm right here with you guys, gaining my flexibility. Go ahead and pull up on out of that stretch, okay? So this should never be a competition. If you're with other people, which you might be, I don't want you looking at them. I don't want you even acknowledging the flexibility in the room with other people. It's all about you. And I want you to say, I want you to drive that back hip down through the mat. Every day that you're doing this with me, I want you focusing on how far you're going for yourself, okay? Maybe you're noticing that you're able to step your foot out a little bit farther than you did last week. Maybe it's a half an inch. That's amazing, okay? That's progress. But do it at your own speed and your own pace. Remember, if that back knee is bothering you, go ahead and come up and come down into a lunge. Okay, it's about your journey, and I especially don't want anybody going farther than you should be and injuring yourself, because that's just going to be a bummer, and that's going to put us back. Finding the intensity and just breathing, that is the key. Okay, bring yourself up out of that stretch. Shift the weight backwards and let those toes come up. All right? Slowly reaching. You can either have the hands on the hips here, or if you need, you can come down onto that leg. The other option, if being on your knee does not work for you, is you can be right here, up on those feet, flexing your foot, bringing that chest down to the knee. And have 3 deep breaths. Slowly are you stretch. We always want to be easy with our transitions because our muscles might be super tight from the last stretch that we just did. Okay, we are going to transition into our downward dog right here. All right, so the downward dog is a little intense for you. So the downward dog, the hands are going to be down. Hands are going to be down. You're going to be up on your toes, pressing back onto the heels, trying to straighten those legs as much as you can. Okay. Bringing the head right down in between those shoulders. So 2 things happening. You're driving your heels down into the ground, and you're trying to open up those shoulders. If this is a little too intense right now, and we're just getting started out, do child's pose. All right, Emily's going to show the child's pose option, where her hips are sitting back down in between her feet, and her arms are actively stretching forward as her chest is pulling down toward the mat. And I'm going to show you guys downward dog right here. Pressing those heels down into the mat. Opening up the chest and shoulders. And now if you're in downward dog with me, take your right knee and pop it. Press the left heel down, down, down into that floor. And switch. Pop the opposite knee and press the other leg into that floor. And then both heels together one more time. If you're in downward dog, or if you're in child's pose, reach those arms up over your head, press your chest toward the mat. Shift those hips back. Again, now everybody come on down. Your hands and your knees. Alright, fill out those hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right under the hips. So I don't want you here, and I don't want you way out here. Okay? Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. And I just want you to drop your core and look up with your head. Give me a nice big arch in that back. Looking up toward the ceiling. And then round your spine. Now right here, I want you pressing the palms into the mat, opening up your shoulder blades. Okay, you're pushing away from the floor. Rounding that spine up. Letting the head hang. One more time. Drop the core. Let that back arch. Looking up. And then rounding your spine. One more time. Pressing the hands hard into that earth. Opening up your shoulder blades. Rounding your spine. And then coming to neutral. And you guys, I know you've heard this, my favorite stretch lately. Go ahead and look over your shoulder and stick your butt toward the same direction. We're making a C shape into our body. Our core is going the opposite way from our head and our hips. And then look the other direction. So you're trying to peek around and look at your butt that's sticking out the same way as your head is. Called a C curve. One more time the other way. And again, opposite direction. And back to neutral spine. Just let that head hang and go ahead and give me some little half circles. Just kind of going shoulder to shoulder. And coming up to a nice, comfortable, seated position. One more time, we're going to hit those inner thighs, shake out our hands. We're going to be done. Okay? Bring up. Go ahead. Yes. So we are going to go into a butterfly. If you want to stretch out your back a little bit more with Emily, and you're crazy like she is, go ahead and drop into a bridge. Sure, why not? Why not? I heard her spine pop the entire time she did that, you guys. To be young. I actually have to admit, I did drop into a bridge today, right?
Yep.
I did. My back popped in ways that I hadn't heard it in a long time. Okay. Okay, pressing those knees down to the side. She's like that instructor that you have sometimes that's like, yeah, go here, or if you can, drop into the full splits with me. And you're like, yeah, nobody. I'm just jealous. I'm jealous of flexible instructors. I'm going to be one of those instructors one of these days. But don't worry, I won't make people feel bad. But you guys will be right with me because we're all doing this together. So we'll be those flexible people in class that everybody's jealous of. Sound good? Okay. Give me one more deep breath right here. Press those knees down. And go ahead and bring it up. Gently here. Pull those knees up. Oh, the hips. And go ahead and shake it out. Okay, so in a nice, comfortable position, maybe the legs are out, maybe they're crossed, maybe you're sitting on them. Go ahead and press those hands together right here. Okay, in a nice little prayer position. But what you don't see that I'm doing right here is kind of spreading my fingers apart, pressing the palms together. Spreading my fingers a little bit. Bring them together and spread them apart. Dropping the shoulder. We're not here. Okay? We're here. Okay, now press your fingers together. I don't know about you guys. I look forward to stretching out my fingers every day. I like to stretch them. I want you to really focus on taking those thumbs. It's not up here. So the thumbs don't feel the stretch of their way up here. Pull them down and press them together. Those of us that type a lot during the day or text, stretch out the fingers. Separate those fingertips from each other. Now go ahead and take one hand up front and drop the hand and gently here press back and stretch out that wrist. And you're going to really feel the forearm. Be really careful on this one. Our hands help us a lot when we're stretching, so it's always, and throughout the entire day, you know how much you use your hand. Never take the time to slow down. And go ahead and flip your palm up, facing the ceiling. This way, I feel you can give a little more tension. Feeling that top of the arm, release all those tendons and muscles that are reaching up that arm. Shake it out. Switch the other hand, palm down. Pull those fingertips gently, gently, gently back toward your arm. Bring that forearm stretching out. The wrist. And then take the palm up and reverse that stretch. Pull those fingertips backward. One more stretch rest after this. Feeling a little something in my ankles. Release that stretch. So I just want you to take the toes of the feet out in front of you and just give some nice ankle circles one direction. And this can be our last little stretch. Fast or slow. And then taking the other direction. Oh, man, it's popping so much. My legs. Ooh, now point them down. Point, 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 point. Release. One more time. Okay. This night, you guys. Oh, she's good. She's ready for bed. No covers tonight. If you're in Santa Cruz and you don't have air conditioning, like most of us don't, we're probably all going to be sleeping without covers tonight. She's ready for bed. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being on here tonight. And she's going to bed. Thank you guys so much. I really needed this tonight. It's so warm here, and I actually kind of felt like I was able to work with my stretches a little bit more than usual tonight because my body was so warm and kind of loose. So I hope you guys maybe felt the same way. And I hope to see you guys again. And I have Pop Pilates tomorrow if you want to join me. And she is sleepy. All right, and we'll be back here Wednesday night for our stretch class. Okay? All right, so I hope to see you guys again soon and have an amazing night. And we will see you soon. She's waiting.
Bye-bye.
All right. Good night, you guys.